Hi, my name is Lupita and I'm taking the ED 230 leadership course. The first core theme I will be talking about is community. I really enjoy talking about all the core themes so far in class of community, faith, and reason. It was really interesting to me that most of us already had this collective understanding of what it meant to be a community and the ways of how we already practice some principles of the rule of St. Benedict. As an active scholar, I found that I practiced many of these values of diversity and inclusion, respect, collaboration, civic engagement, integrity, justice, listening, and respect for persons. Community was an important aspect of my life before I came to St. Martin's because I felt out of touch with mine. Until I joined clubs that build community, and usually these communities where I was a part of were made of similar nations and cultures. Being Mexican, when I think of community, I tend to think of my culture and nation that is a part of Mexico, and including my Mexican American culture in the United States. I think this is in part because Mexico is a collective culture, so I also thought of my community as the rest of the levels, being the wider world, my neighborhood, my home, and family. It was really fun to talk about the desert island scenario. I realized in my head that I never really thought about the values that I had, but I actively practiced many without even knowing. I also found everyone's responses either really funny or informative. There's really no between about how they would respond to someone who did not follow the rules. When talking about what restorative practices are and what restorative justice is, I found it to be interesting. It focused on the offender and the policy that is broken, the kind of punishment the offender would receive, and who was harmed. We learned about how and the why of a situation. Restorative justice focuses on things such as family group conferencing, community conferencing, and creating peace circles. Restorative justice presents an opportunity for all to learn and grow. The quality of empathy. I also found it interesting to learn that many indigenous communities use restorative justice. Anyways, thank you for listening to my first video, and thank you, Professor Justin Stern, for the presentation.